Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to
BreakRoom, yo.
Your favorite rapper's favorite podcast.
See, this is why I like your show. You're very charismatic. You know the right things to say.
Welcome to the break room. It took a lot to get here tonight, but I'm glad that most of everybody is here.
We made it.
It was a hard road.
What's up, y'all? How you doing?
Good, man.
Hello.
How's everybody doing here?
Difficulties in the background, is what it is. Podcast, real life. That's why I bring it to you. How you doing tonight? I know Sunshine's there. How you doing, Sunshine?
What up,
Everybody else?
Sunshine?
Y'all need to say some shit to get some shout outs. That's all I'm saying. You a junker till you say some shit. So say some shit.
Drop a comment. Let us read it out loud.
Right? Even if it's an insult, we'll go back and forth. Whatever. It's fun here.
There you go. Let's put you on good blast.
For real.
Good evening. Hey.
Hey, Sunshine.
Sunshine?
Holding it down.
Sunshine. I'm sorry if it came out weird. Only you will call me out, Jason.
Look,
Yeah, I gotta do that.
these cookies might be small or something like that, but I'm telling you, it's got the confetti shit. It's got the consistency. It's got
Show our
that
view-
on the cookie.
Show our
That's
viewers
not-
what you're in.
No, it's missing the
It tastes good,
kangaroo. I don't
Oh,
give
yeah.
a
Fuck
fuck.
about the kangaroo.
and
It
it
was weird that he was
falls the fuck
dunking cookies
apart.
and icing anyway.
Who wants
Where'd that come
cookies
from,
that
that
fall
snack?
apart? I want
These
to
aren't
dunk
falling
it.
apart. These haven't fallen apart. I'm telling you right now.
Do we need to make an episode of just this?
That should look weird.
I think it's
I'm
a
just
new. I
saying,
think it's
they
a new.
weren't shortbread cookies before. They are now.
Lord.
Well, I mean, obviously they're gonna save money. Most things sucked from back in the day.
Wow.
You know, I actually have this theory that slowly over time they've just been introducing stuff like horse meats and like just all the lesser meat products into the fast foods to the point now. You know how there is like a chicken wing. Hey Donna, how you doing?
What's up, Donna?
Now that there's a chicken wing shortage, and now you got Wingstop doing thighs and shit. Watch, they're gonna come out.
I heard about that. That
Frogs
shit
and
is
stuff like
crazy.
that. We're not even gonna know it. We're gonna be eating frog meat and our
What
chicken,
up, China?
chicken tenders. You know that's not chicken, bro. That's all their little. That's all their little critters. We're going back to eating pigeons, and we don't even know it. You know why?
Pigeon
Because you
wings?
can
I don't
make it
know.
easily. You can make a lot of them, and people don't know what food tastes like because it's always covered in flavor.
Not if you make it from home.
Well, yeah, but
There's always going to
they
be
can't
flavor.
cook. That's why they eat out.
That's their problem then.
Right.
It is.
Word, we know how to cook. The hell with
Well-
all that nonsense.
Well, actually, I take that back. I could make Dunkaroos at home, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, don't do it. Not yet.
I'm 30. I can't do that. When I have kids, though, excuses. Hey,
Kangaroo
yo,
meat.
I've had kangaroo meat.
I wouldn't mind eating kangaroo
Tastes like
meat.
possum.
I never had possum.
Kangaroo meat?
Tastes
Ew.
like
Tastes like possum.
squirrel.
Never had squirrel.
Tastes like chicken.
That's why they say we live in a
That's so
simulation because
gross.
everything tastes like chicken.
I mean, hell, even a burger tastes like chicken sometimes. Just be like, yo,
No,
why
it
is this the
doesn't.
same?
No, it
You
doesn't.
season it right? If it's that processed squishy shit, it doesn't have the striations from the muscle in there.
Hell no. I love me a good burger.
Me too. Yo, if you ever get a chance, check out Farmer Boys. They're good. They locally source all their stuff for their franchises. It's fast food, but like you're probably gonna wait 10 minutes for your meal. But that shit is tasty.
Yo, you know what's crazy? Our Farmer Boys just opened up
Maybe
right
they're
across the
hungry.
street from me.
Check it
try
out.
to-
What the fuck is a farmer boy?
Apparently they have like pickle spears. Like how
Yeah.
there's long pickle spears, they do that but with zucchini and the fry 'em up.
Ooh, okay.
They're pretty good, man. Definitely check them out.
I know what I'm having for dinner tonight.
They're finger looking good.
Kangaroo
obviously. All right, Tyler. Go a little crazy.
Look, either we gotta get some OF money or some Patreon money, and that's gonna go one of those things.
I say Patreon. I hear it's a little easier.
I'm gonna need you to stop.
Hey
looking
man, if
like
I
that.
just gotta seductively eat Dunkaroos, that's some easy money. I never did that, but I could, get icing on my fingers. Ain't that hard.
I bet you could lick it off.
I could.
Well,
I could even just dip my finger in there. You know what I'm saying?
Taking it to the next level. There you go. Minus the slow motion. Please don't link that.
You're trying to lure in minors with your Dunkaroo solicitation.
First of all, don't even insinuate that.
That is
You're gonna
disgusting.
ruin my youthfulness.
What?
I'm not gonna be able to eat anything from my childhood because I'm just remember Jason said that you're trying to get kids by doing that.
You're literally eating your
It's
childhood
the
off
way
your
you're
food.
eating it, and you're saying
This show is for adults, okay? this is for adults.
you never know who might
kids.
pass
That's
by.
why it's at a 7-Eleven by the register where we buy our Dutches.
What do you mean pass by? Yeah, what do you mean pass by? Like our show is just like some random TV screen while somebody's walking by. Like I heard
Okay?
somebody might be passing by. Digital foot waste, some shit.
555-191.
I might just figure out how to cut this section out, make it TikTok, and just do like a super cut of me just
Yeah, it can happen.
Anything is possible with TikTok nowadays.
You guys watching? You to talk junk. Join the break room. Have a good time. Well, that's what we do here. Let's have a good time.
Wow. I didn't know we had the break room after dark.
I mean, it is after. Well,
The break room after dark. No.
actually, no. It's actually still pretty bright outside here.
Yeah, same here.
Only where you guys are.
Where's Soup and Dre though? Did they hit you up or they just MIA?
Yeah, no, they hit me up. There's technical difficulties in the universe right now.
Maybe Jasmine could share something about that. I hear you had a theory that you came up with and spread on the TikTok.
What, Lionsgate?
Yeah, she said that Lionsgate is more than a studio; it's a portal.
And it's at its peak on the 8th.
I don't think she's talking about the movie studios.
No, I'm definitely not.
I know. I'm saying it's not. Well, I meant like it's not just a movie studio. There's more. Now, is this supposed to be something that we can perceive, like physically, like it appeared somewhere, or is this just sort of like an idea of like how there's states and like we're going into the age of, huh? It doesn't exist yet, Donna. But
Mom, go to bed.
That's your mom, bro.
Yes.
Do you need a dad?
Oh my god. Good night, everybody.
I was about to say, Jason about to go shut the camera off and go take off his belt.
He's about to drive up to his mom's house.
This is in Connecticut. I live in Florida.
Right.
Hey, yo, that's a long drive, but sometimes you got to do what you got to do. But like I was saying before, is it kind of like a changing phases kind of a thing? Because I think I heard you say it's supposed to be astrology based. So is it move with the stars? It's anticipated, or is this like a
the stars are supposed to be aligned with the sun, which makes your emotion and everything heightened.
that happened in Hercules?
So if the stars aligned with the
That
sun,
was
would that
planets.
therefore mean all suns align together?
All four suns.
Never thought of that.
No. I'm saying if stars are suns in other galaxies and the stars align with the sun, are all suns aligning together?
I mean, I suppose so.
Won't that be crazy seeing just one giant infinite line of stars just lining up?
Like, yeah, that would be.
Some-
That would be
somehow,
noticeable.
I feel like it's gonna produce a beam of light. Just it's gonna thrash everything.
Kind of like I'm actually thinking of way too many examples right now. Kind of like at the Covenant glass the planet. They got those giant plasma cannons just coming down and or the conspiracy heat rays starting the forest fires here in Cali. Okay. Yeah. I've heard about alignments of the stars in the past, though. I've recently heard people try to say that the 2020 Mayan calendar is off, and they actually meant 2012 was off, and it actually meant 2020, and that's why everything went crazy. And it's like, yeah, do what you have to make your conspiracy work.
Well, from the 26th of July, the stars have been aligning with the sun. So tomorrow it will be with the sun, apparently.
What stars, though? Like, does it say?
So everything's gonna get a little like crazy.
These blue Takis are fucking hot.
Takis are.
Don't say it. They're not.
Shit is intense. I'm sweating right now. They're good though. They're just hot as fuck.
Pretty sure it gets hotter than that too. Every time I think I see the hottest flavor of something, I go around the corner and there's like flaming hot Fritos, and it's like, Fritos? I even got flaming hot Cheeto Puffs out here, but I haven't bought any. But
I bought them for
They're pretty
Julia.
good.
She didn't. I don't even think she ate them.
The jalapeno cheddar is pretty good. I'll tell you that. That was pretty fire.
I don't remember that stuff.
So I think we're just gonna talk shit in the break room tonight. We're gonna save the topic for next week when we got a full house. Sound about right?
Sounds good to me. I mean, shit, it's been a long week anyway. Good time to just talk about it.
Good with your Illuminati. What's that? Reebok? What that says right there on your shirt? Says
Reebok?
Reebok?
Yeah.
I'm blind.
Your Illuminati.
It's a triangle. Yeah.
She said your Reebok symbol.
Oh, my Reebok symbol?
Is here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, it might very well be Illuminati, but I mean, just because the ops doesn't mean I'm not going to wear good clothes if they make it.
It is what it is.
You're wearing.
Actually, I take that back. For the most part,
Can't stop it.
Like if it's blatant, but Reebok is on the open up. They got some good stuff. They look unlike Fubu, where I don't know who's definitely what fucking what was that store where Stephen Marbury had his shoes at, and like it had tons of graphic tees and shit. It used to be in the mall in Waterbury for a while, and then it got shut down and it turned into that cheap ass store.
I think I know what you're talking about. Is the sneaker store you're talking about?
It was like a department store, sort of. It had like clothes and it had shoes. It was kind of like
Burlington?
Bob's. Huh?
Burlington?
It wasn't Burlington. It was before Burlington got over there. It was like they had like Stephen Marbury's clothes, and then most of their T-shirts were graphic tees that said shit on it. They had like the boob inspector and stuff like that type of shirts, but like it wasn't Spencer's. Like it wanted to have that edginess, but it didn't go all the way. I can't remember the name of it. It was like a Kmart, but Bob's fucked and had a baby.
Ollie's?
No, in the mall in Waterbury, bro. What are you hearing?
Yeah, it was in the mall in Waterbury. On the back end, on the back side. Where that cheap ass store went into, where they started giving rides on those fucking animal cars. I know exactly where it is. I can't remember the name of it. I used to get shit there, like every year for school. My mom would go through there and like we would get stuff from there.
Where Sears is at, or by where Macy's is? Sears side or Macy's side?
It's Sears side, but like right after Verizon, if you go downstairs, that's where it was. In that big department store area, not the Burlington part. Because you could go into it from outside. And they sold stuff in Marbury. So hold up a second. I gotta find out what this fucking store was. This is annoying shit.
Did you cop a pair of strawberries?
I never got any strawberries because I never heard who he was and I watched basketball. So I was like, nah, he's probably fake. He wasn't, but
he's probably fake.
Yeah, I didn't realize that he was just looking out.
We're just gonna start. Let's just start the topic.
Now we're gonna start.
You know what? Content is content.
You got like.
We need to add content. We always add content.
I heard something about you talking shit. I thought that was normal.
Oh, because you left, so he felt like, oh, you know what, we're gonna talk shit, and then you
I
came
didn't
back, and
leave.
I was like, oh, you know what, we're gonna go back on topic.
I didn't leave. I just
I always
stepped
know what I
away
want.
for a
It's the
second.
Lion's Gate. It's very indecisive.
Oh, okay.
Chopper's World.
I mean, but this is
Chopper.
Joseph we're talking about.
Is that on it? No.
What I really
here
think
it
it
is.
is
It
the
was
topic.
called Stephen Barry's.
Oh, we weren't there.
First of
when I was
all,
there.
no.
I just noticed your mom's comment. What is this show? What is this? The Wolf Show After Dark?
Then he asked me if I wanted a daddy.
Yeah, he was there. What
You
were you?
left.
What's happening with you?
Wait, what? Who asked?
All you gotta
What's
do,
going on
all you
with
gotta
you,
do is
bro?
shave this right here. You're not too far off. That motherfucker had the same mustache.
Who did?
I'm not trying to replace him.
Oh my god.
That'd be weird as
Well,
shit.
now.
This is a real topic, right?
Just come on the show one day. The topic today is Wolf is now my father. Now fucked up that is.
Oh snap!
That's just horrible right now.
Daddy Bundy over here.
Yeah. No. I'm getting real popular with my classmates. My chemistry knowledge is apparently much better than I thought.
It's funny how
You pulling some Breaking Bad stuff over here?
No, just molecular equations and like ionic compounds and that bullshit.
The ionic compounds in meth?
No, I don't know that equation. Or excuse me, I don't know that chemical formula.
Just yet.
But if you gave me the elements, I could probably make it up, which that's what I'm doing. Like if you gave me the elements, I could probably comprise it and mix it together to where I can make it correctly. But we haven't.
You didn't just say that.
6 weeks. We're 6 weeks into our class. We haven't done one lab yet. It's not chemistry.
Still? Are we still with the?
I haven't seen one Bunsen burner, Jasmine. Not one.
I'm not understanding. And you paying for a lab? Where is it?
I actually found out that my class, the 23 of us, our tuition alone is $1 million.
That's nice. To do nothing.
Yeah, and it really makes you be like, so why don't we have certain things? Because there's like almost 100 students, so you're getting a lot from just this program.
Are you being punished for that email? Is that what it is?
What email?
That you didn't read because it looked like a spam?
No, that already happened. That ain't gonna happen.
But it wasn't just you? The whole class didn't read it?
No, it wasn't just me. It was 18 of us.
I know. That's what I said. It wasn't just you. It was like your class. It was everybody.
It's crazy how places be like, oh yeah, you know you're adults, but we're gonna treat you like kids anyway. Wait, I don't understand. I thought we were responsible.
But in high school, you walk out. They're like, all right, bye. See you later. That's your life. Live your life.
Right? Nah.
But let you do something.
But go pay for it and go try to get an education. You know what? We're gonna do nothing.
Let you do something out of the norm in the workplace or a place like that. Then they say, "What are you? Why are you not acting your age? Why are you acting like a child?" And then they want to treat you like a child.
It's silly. It's like, can you just back?
It happens.
What you to do?
Make up your motherfucking mind.
Not be a warden bot.
Warden, police, law enforcement.
To be a constable just swinging his toys around going, toy. You know? Don't need us.
That is actually one of the censored topics of tonight's topic. Tonight we're talking about the devil tree and Florida's first serial killer, Gerard John Schaefer.
Just sounds like a serial killer.
It almost sounds French. Gerard Jean Schaefer. He kills you with a baguette.
With a baguette?
It has a blade inside of it, okay?
Soft on the outside, cuttable
on the inside.
Dip it in your marinara sauce.
Right?
was deep. That was just deep.
Well, tonight I'm going to read from Miami Haunts.
From Miami, what?
Miami Haunts.
That's where I also did my
It's a
research.
website. Did you?
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The Devil Tree at Florida's first serial killer and the hauntings he left.
They actually give a good detailing on this. That's why they use Wiki. But found in Port St. Lucie, the Devil Tree is a big oak in the county park on Canal C-24. A mighty oak, an ordinary tree, nothing to write home about, except the fact that thing might as well growl and snatch up little old ladies and unsuspecting kids and gobble them up like a throwback from a grim fairy tale. The Devil Tree has an evil, macabre, and incredibly blood-soaked reputation, one that's entwined with Florida history and its amazing capacity to attract the worst of the worst humanity has to offer. Today we're going to discuss the Devil Tree, its hauntings, its lore, and more importantly, the hellspawn that created it. Now, yeah, Florida man. Now, I listen to the Breakfast Club almost every morning, and that's one of the fucking things Charlamagne the God says. He says the craziest people come from the Bronx and all of Florida.
I hate that I'm agreeing with that, but yes.
And the Appalachia.
Yeah, but you don't hear anything from up there. They don't got social media and shit.
Yeah, no, they don't want you to know about them. Up there, and then on my rent, my website, they don't go boom, baby, like boom, pop.
Oh, bam.
Yeah. It's a little bit of redneck for you. It comes from that white blood.
I feel like the black blood slapping the shit out of the white blood for that comment. Well, the story of the Devil Tree begins January 8th, 1971, way before Hammock Park, where the mighty oak now stands, was created. The tale begins in a most bloody and shockingly manner when a serial killer sexually attracts and mutilates two teenage girls. The monster, after having his fill with the two girls, hangs them from the look. I'm not laughing from what I'm reading. All right, my daughter's sitting over here listening to this episode. She want to go. Nobody want to hear that while they're reading about something like this.
I was like, yo, how did you ventriloquist move that shit? Yo? Like
That was not me.
You must be really good.
Yeah, she's doing sound effects over there, right? She's doing. She's the new soundboard. I'm gonna throw a Tati at her
Swishing
eye.
fruit and clapping things. Shaking a rattle.
You can't breathe.
Now I don't know where I was. All right. Where the mighty oak now stands was created. The tale begins in a most bloody and shocking manner when a serial killer sexually attacks and mutilates two teenage girls. The monster, after having his fill with the two girls, hangs them from the oak tree. He then buries the two victims in a shallow grave underneath the tree, only to return numerous times later to have his way with the decomposing bodies.
Ugh.
Yeah.
The man's name?
That is not
Gerard John Schaefer. Now, let me tell you, I'm reading from Miami Haunts, so maybe they know more than me. Because I did a little bit of research before this.
That's China's friend. That is 15 minutes away.
Okay. So, Michelle, have you been to that tree? Is it still relaxing as he's been describing it?
15 minutes from there.
I wouldn't want to.
Like, can't you feel the juju 15 minutes away? Like it's making Florida.
I don't know who's gonna reach that long. 15 minutes is a good ways away.
Depends. Are you doing 45 or are you doing 65?
Florida's a big state.
I live probably like
that
2.5 hours away
come
from
from
there.
Cuba.
I live on the other side of the, I live on the other side of the country away from it, so I'm good.
I ain't going to visit that either. We live here in Florida.
Man,
What?
we're closer to experimental military bases. We got other problems.
Mhm. Hey,
No,
wait,
we got-
what
we got a
is
lot of that
around
down
that
here.
tree? Is there schools around that tree? Is there nurseries? Are
It's a
there
national
high
park
schools?
now.
No, it's
It's a-
big.
What?
It's a big.
The
ass park.
tree is a national park?
It's in the national park.
So you could just like go on a trail and be like,
Do you have a
la,
picture
la,
of it?
la.
Even worse. It's like, oh, it's a national park after dark. Come here, bitch.
Hold on, let me take this down. She was born and raised in Port St. Lucie.
Oh, okay.
Have you seen the tree?
Had
Would
to
you
have
like
been
to
up
call in? All right, let's see if I can pull one up because no, I haven't. As you can see, I'm using
Oh
a
my sick.
better method and I'm reading off of another laptop. But typical Talon. Let's see if I can pull one up.
Typical Talon trying to give everybody a visual aid. You're welcome.
Don't you top lip us like that.
Talon.
Sorry, my alarm went off.
For
Oh,
what?
your alarm went off
Where you
like
going?
fucking 2 hours
Hmm?
too late, motherfucker.
My
you
sleep
going?
alarm. Yes, I know. Don't judge me. I'm up.
All right, where the fuck was I? Kids around
Kids
the
around
tree.
the tree.
That would be fucked up if there's like an elementary school around there or a junior high school.
I mean, they could be going on the trail
Or
with their
psych
family,
ward.
and it's just like, oh, look at this tree. Oh.
Did you know about this?
It's in the playground of a daycare.
It's like on your right, we have
How
a
are you
devil
supposed
tree.
to know? How are you supposed to know? I'm looking at it right now. Like he's gonna show you, but like literally, how the fuck are you supposed to know
But it gives
that
off
that's
that
the
juju.
devil's tree?
Oh, you
It
can
gives off
fucking
juju.
tell.
You cannot tell. You know how many trees look like that out here?
I remember when I saw it last week briefly. It
They're, like,
reminded me
giving
of
me a
just
map
certain
of,
dead
like,
trees
where
up
it
in
is.
Connecticut.
Yeah, kind of.
So is this nothing that gives you that like, oh, that's it?
They got a tree like that in the Bronx Zoo.
No, yes,
Make
it
a
does.
tree house.
What?
Because as we'll find out, they tried to burn the tree and cut it down, and it
nothing?
didn't work. But it scarred the tree a little bit.
Yeah, at the base.
They got a boo boo.
Yeah, I got a boo boo.
That's what that
Give
means.
me some of those hot ass tacos.
They could have also put it on the news
So,
when they found out.
I don't know. I don't know. I just feel like that's weird. You just be in the middle of a trail, just going with your kids, thinking you're doing a nice family outing. Like,
Now, see, if that's anything
And
like
there's
the
a
kind of
tree
energy
right
you're
there.
supposed to feel up by Dudleytown, then I understand.
Yo, we're gonna do an episode on Dudleytown because when I lived in Connecticut, I wanted to go, but I already had kids, and somebody urged me not to do it because she didn't
Yeah.
want no juju.
It's
to
not
go
a
back
good
to the
look.
house.
That place is
it's a
actively
real
used.
thing. Juju, bad juju, all juju is real.
Yeah, but I really, really, really don't think Dudleytown is haunted.
So we're gonna go find out.
It's
and then
it's
go
the
come
site
find
of
you.
satanic and demonic
Go with
rituals.
the
That's why.
family, and then we're like,
I
oh
think
my
it's
god,
more
it's haunted. Oh no, when we're dead. That is
Like
haunted.
that's
Alien
documented. It's documented that there's like signs and symbols that are up there and stuff like that. That's one of the reasons why it got blocked off supposedly.
But
was
they
because
closed down a
people go
whole
up there at night
town,
and
bro.
do rituals. Well, they didn't. The town was there before America existed. Dudleytown ain't been Dudleytown for a long time. But when people first settled there, never mind. That'll be another episode.
Yes, maybe next week. So that's a pretty
Yeah,
good
maybe
Nice
we
cliffhanger.
can do. We can definitely do that. Connecticut's
Wow.
old as hell. It's got some old spots.
Yeah, no.
Yes, it
A lot of
does.
haunted spots.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
There's a lot of haunted spots we can't see. So, hey,
Yeah, like your butt.
What was the
What?
place? Oh, where did we go in Connecticut with the
Weirdo.
devil? It was
The
the,
Little
devil's
People's
chair.
Village.
They had the devil's chair there or some shit. You sit on it, you die in 7 years, some shit. We tried to go there, but my brother-in-law is a fucking punk ass. So we didn't
I
go.
think I remember hearing about that.
Yeah, apparently if you go to the Little People's Village and you listen at night, you can hear them talking. Also, there's a big throne there, and if you sit in the devil's chair, then you die in 7 years.
Man, they ain't still alive.
See, there's only one way to prove that. You take evil people, make them sit in the chair, and wait 7 years. Like,
Yeah. You
that's
heard
called
he's still alive.
science.
He's
It's
still
called
kicking.
science.
Nah, I had a friend that sat on the chair. He didn't die.
He sat on the chair when Jalea was 2. Jalea just turned 12 today, so it's been past 7 years.
He's fine. He good. Oh, I hope
but
he's
what if
watching this
it's- what if
episode
it's
right
like-
now about that. Like, oh, what the fuck? Yeah, set
I'll
me.
tell you what though, my brother's a pussy because I want, if I'm going, I want the full aesthetic. I want to know and see everything and hear everything. So I was
But
like,
keep in mind,
shh.
we're kind of.
He was like, no, I don't want it. Don't
He
say
left.
shh. I don't want to hear anything. And then he left.
He started walking away, so we all started walking away.
At the time,
with
we
him.
didn't drive, so we had to go with him.
Happy birthday.
That's crazy.
Julian.
Thank you.
The wildest thing I've actually experienced is just seeing shadow people and stuff like that on train
Shadow
tracks.
people.
And then Willoughby High School actually, its auditorium is likely haunted. There's definitely energy in that motherfucker. That's the whole story I ain't gonna get into today.
All right.
God damn, them Takis are hot, but they're good.
But that tree, though, in all honesty, I don't think, like, if I was on the trail with the kids, I wouldn't be like, oh, look, oh, the devil's tree. Oh, get away. I
Yeah, you
wouldn't.
Now, I'm not
Okay.
telling you to go do it.
Unless I feel. Maybe
But
feeling, and I'm like, yeah, we ain't going that way. Let's go this
there
way.
are YouTube videos out there that show you how to get to the tree step by step.
I'm okay.
No.
What do you mean you're okay, Jasmine? I thought you wouldn't think anything of it.
No, I don't want to. If there's a map to go to it, I don't want to go to it. I'm just saying, if I'm on the trail and that's in a park and it's supposed to be
in the
this
very
fucking thing,
unlikely case that
gonna
you're
suck
wandering
me and my
in that
kids in, like,
direction.
and that's it. Like, it's over for us. We're in the tree
I feel you. You don't want to go there. Nobody does. Hell, even the devil probably don't even want to go there. We should put up a trail cam and just watch it all the time, see if he pops by, just hooves on by, just takes a dump, and like that gives it life and walks away. We're like, I figured it out. It's the devil's shit. It's his shitting tree.
Oh, no, it's not. It's just a fucking horse.
He just rips off some dead leaves and wipes his goatee ass and walks away.
That sounds like Bigfoot.
now.
Well, no.
I
Top half wouldn't be goatee.
I don't think. I don't
Bro,
think Bigfoot
I
wipes
thought
his
you
ass.
stopped shitting outside a long time
I
ago.
think
Don't you shit indoors
Bigfoot
now?
just shits and goes. Shits and goes. He don't wipe. He just shits and goes.
First of all, nobody is ever apart from shitting outside. We are one bad power plant going down from having to shit outside. Okay,
go camping and that situation changes immediately.
you send off 2 EMPs and knock out power for a week across this country. We're shitting outside.
Oh yeah, everybody grab a
People
sheet.
will not be able to relax for a week to where we don't have to shit outside.
Everyone's gonna be leaning against a tree and covering some shit up. What
There are
the fuck,
plenty of
man?
people living off the grid shitting in a bucket right now.
Oh yeah,
And they'd see them in droves and they'd be like, what the hell is going on? Just running because they saw all their TikToks. You know how to poo outside. Teach me. I can't watch the video. My phone died.
No.
Do you wipe like this or is it like this? You gotta show me. My hands are disgusting.
Like this when you don't have toilet paper.
Why is it different? Why is it different? Why are you
That's
like
also how
different?
you
Why is
clear
it
a
not
stopper.
the same? What the fuck?
Well,
Just
speaking
why
about
is life
shit,
different?
speaking
Like
about
your
shit, the man's name was Gerard John Schaefer. The homicidal Broward County, Florida ex-policeman, though convicted in 1973 of only 2 excuse me, taki in my tongue. I mean my tooth.
Mm-mm.
Convicted in 1973 of only 2 mutilation murders, is believed to be responsible for at least 30 more killings. A sadistic sex beast by nature, Schaefer would lure young women off the road with the help of his badge to rape, torture, mutilate, and murder. To
I don't
say
like to use
Schaefer,
sex beast to describe him because now I feel like you can never use that positively. I'm just gonna think of this asshole.
They use the same thing for fucking Ted Bundy.
Mhm.
Yeah, well, I don't actually actively listen to that story all the time because I have to hear that. Fuck that guy just because of his name. Ted Bundy.
Because it's what? I was about to tell them that the park itself is nice. There's a pavilion and a playground and a dock where you can launch kayaks and stuff. It's got a ton of trails that are really nice to walk. The
Yeah,
tree
stay on that
isn't on the
straight and narrow.
trail, it's kind of hidden. And I've always heard that as long as you stay on the trails, you're good. But as soon as you step off looking for the tree, bad vibes and weird things happen. That's all I ever needed to hear to stay away, to stay the fuck away. Now let me tell you,
Me too.
once you said step off the trail and bad vibes hit you, I visualized myself just stepping off the trail,
And, just
and
like,
I
you know
felt
what?
the bad vibes
You know
over
what?
here.
I'm gonna turn around. I'm not
Running
gonna
over
do
to
it.
the tree, just fucking. Where did he go?
Ah,
Where did Jason go? He stepped off the trail and just
Just went like
sprinted
that.
into the forest.
like that.
Hell no, you gotta run like Naruto and Sonic, yeah.
Like that.
Hell yeah, you got a ninja run over there.
How
Hell no, you got a ninja run away from that shit.
How about don't go to the park? I know it's a nice park.
So
There's a lot
like
of
it
other
can't
nice
be
parks.
that like if it's in a park, like is there roads that can go out to there? Because if this is where this dude was bringing people regularly, it couldn't have been super difficult to get to.
Maybe
but
at
it's
that
apparently not
time there was
that easy to
roads.
find.
My thing is, if you know it's a devil tree, you know the tree has history, and you know you can't cut it down, why in the fuck do you hide it in a park where people come with their families to have fun?
Which they probably camp and do all of that stuff too. I mean, I guess
because
they
you
could,
know,
but
you know.
I mean, if you can't take it out, you gotta like hide it,
It's The Rock.
obviously.
Yeah, it's
The Rock in
it's
the
the
building.
Rock. It's the Rock.
I think it's on top of like a Satan type of like portal.
There's
as well.
probably,
That's why it's
depending
like
on who you
that.
talk to, there's still an active rape den down there. I bet.
Or
Like,
something.
I'm sure there's theories around this that go deep.
I think
But I
some
mean,
of them are
like,
on
you
the
have
site.
stuff like that that's on. Like, well, like you know how it's a national park. You're talking about how like why would they do that? I remember recently. I think it was on a TikTok, might have been in a YouTube video. I was just kind of going down rabbit holes, and they were talking about why national parks were actually made, and it wasn't so much like it was about preservation, but at the same time, it was more so about containment of beings and things that were out in the wilderness that were fucking us up. And they were trying to hunt them down and get rid of them, specifically around the time of Teddy Roosevelt when he was out there shooting moose and shit. And he had the Rough Riders. They were hunting and killing
Wait, DMX and all
mythical
of them?
beings. Huh? DMX.
He
Yeah.
said Rough Riders. He said DMX and all.
Yeah,
that?
that's what. Yeah, I know. You think so, right? DMX out there with Teddy Roosevelt just barking on a horse.
What's this? It's number 2.
Yeah, but not for nothing. DMX would have fucked with Teddy Roosevelt. He was a Rough Rider. Like he was a tough motherfucker.
Fucking with my dude.
He hunted bull moose. Like I don't know if you've seen a normal moose, but fuck that.
TR, you know?
They can run like 20 miles an hour through 6 feet of snow. I'm good. I'm not even 6 feet. I can't see that over that.
Not to mention them shit's just like 10 times bigger than deer.
Yeah, they're bigger than
It just
SUVs,
scare
bro.
me regardless. Just
And a
because
deer
it's
fucks the
bigger than that.
SUV up, so imagine what a fucking moose would do.
A moose will just crush your whole shit, get up and be like,
Total. It's total. It's flat.
got
Everything.
that kink out of my neck.
Right.
I think I just hit something.
Yeah, right.
Oh, just with his head. That whole shit is gone.
I remember I was watching an
The whole
episode
car
of
is
Jackass,
gone.
and I think it was Steve-O and what's his name got into the antlers of a smaller one, and like their whole body was just sitting in the antlers of a moose. boobs. Like they're stupid huge. They're so fucking big.
That's what scares
I
me.
want to see the new Jackass movie.
Yeah. I hope that'll be good. R.I.P. to Ryan Dunn, and may good things and stuff happen for Bam Margera, because he'd been going through it for a long time since Ryan Dunn.
Yeah, well, rest in peace to Bam Margera's career also.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of about jackasses, to say Schaefer was a tormented soul would be an oversimplification. The man was a monster. Now, this is, like I said, I'm reading off of Miami Haunts. This is not what I'm saying.
No, I feel it.
The man was a monster, the sort whose very presence makes anti-death sentence zealots rethink their stance. Yeah, whatever, zealots, whatever.
You heard what
Schaefer
Colin
began
said.
experimenting with bondage and sadomasochism at age 12.
First of all,
The
don't come
man
in here
would
like that,
inform
Miguel.
his state psychiatrist that he loved to tie himself up to trees and get sexually excited by the lack of freedom.
Whoa. He was 12 and he was telling this motherfucker this?
What the fuck? Yeah, 12?
I guess. I never heard any of this but from this site.
Okay. Also, time period again, just because like this, I just needed, like, I want to say
1974?
Fuck.
But it was no. The killings began in 1971, so that means when he was 12 was probably around the late 50s.
That immediately begs the question of like, okay, so how fucked up were his parents? Because it's very unlikely he was just some Damien kid. Like, yeah, tie me up and fucking flail me. What? Don't you want to watch Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? What the fuck?
Now, do you think it's a coincidence that he liked to get tied up to trees to feel that way? And he used to murder these girls on trees?
Well,
That's hard to explain, man.
On that tree, not on trees. It was that
he
tree.
must have been abused. Like
No, this motherfucker didn't live over there next to that tree.
No, I know he didn't live.
But he did.
Killed them
He
there.
visited that tree for his playtime.
He did live in that area. He lived in that community.
Oh man, that's even worse.
Fucking crazy. At
I'd
12?
like to know what would lead a child to be like that at 12, because there's no way it doesn't come from abuse. Because usually when like what people like sexually is tied to childhood trauma a lot of times.
It's said right here that Schaefer would hurt and pleasure himself thinking about assaulting women from a very young age.
He had to have seen that somewhere, man. That's creepy as hell.
But where is he seeing that from in the 50s and 60s?
He sounds like he got mommy issues.
Like mommy had quite a few boyfriends beating her up, tie up the trees. Go play. I'll be right there. Dinner should be in the counter. I was gonna say the microwave.
She's tied into a tree. She's like, mommy's gonna go make some money. You're gonna stay in this tree right here.
Right, mommy has to pay our bills.
Here on this tree, and I'll be back. That's what.
This is how I know you'll stay.
You want grilled cheese sandwiches? I gotta make this bread.
This I did here. And no,
corners on your
he didn't have
a good day.
He didn't have mommy issues.
He didn't have mommy issues. He had daddy issues. It says Schaefer's earliest childhood memories were that he desired to be a lady, mainly because his sister was favored by his alcoholic father, his verbally abusive alcoholic father.
Oh, there you go.
He's an alcoholic.
Okay, so that tells me
either way,
even still, that's a fucked up thought to have. He likes my daughter and he's being my sister, and he's being abusive, and like I want to be that.
Yeah, right. Well, it's more of an attention
that
thing.
home they was raising them that was okay. They felt like that was
from
love,
the get go.
okay.
Something was messed up there.
They normalized that bullshit.
For him to feel like that's love, to say he loved the sister and want to be a girl so he can love me. What?
Well, I'm looking at his picture. He'd be an ugly bitch. By the age of 14, Schaefer had a sweetheart named Cindy. Their relationship was sordid and strange.
Not Cindy.
He would make her take part in role-play fantasies that revolved around raping scenarios. At 14, yo.
Yeah, he had to have seen someone get
red flags.
Well,
Where's
who's
the
to
red
say?
flags?
Who's to
Thinking.
say? And this is just speculation on my part that his dad didn't get knockout drunk and rape his fucking mother.
It sounds like, yeah, definitely. As
Or his
young as
sister,
this kid was
who
just like,
sounded
let's
like he was
go
in love with
all
his
the
sister.
way. Ugh.
Right?
Nasty.
Mhm.
In 1966, the man tried to enter the priesthood. He was rejected because he lacked faith.
Are you kidding me?
By now, Gerard Schaefer was a ticking time bomb.
I'm glad
That
they caught
same-
that.
Right? Or I feel so bad for, well, I still feel bad for the little boy's booty holes, but it would have been crazier had Gerard been a priest. The same year, arranged faithless and going down a black hole, the bomb exploded. By now, Gerard had graduated to animal cruelty. Gerard was so
That's where it
angry
starts.
that he just quit the Catholic religion and allowed his inner demons to run amok in his cerebellum. The bomb went kaboom, and Gerard decided to start his true calling. He became a professional serial killer. Everything came.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to
I
interrupt.
feel-
It's just like
yeah,
the way
I
that
already
you're
know.
reading
You're-
this
You're
is the
about to
most
ask
fucked
the
up
same
child
question.
in real life that I've heard of. Like, it sounds
Yep.
like you're describing Damien, and then like the end point is gonna be like, so he's the Antichrist, and he's living over here, and he's the one causing all this shit. Like, that's what I feel like this is leading to.
I thought you was about to ask what Jalea just asked. How could you be a professional serial
It's a
killer?
profession.
It's not a
Yeah.
Well, I mean, just ask the Iceman.
I mean, you gotta
Ooh,
put
the
a-
Iceman was a good
Iceman.
one.
You gotta put a
That's
He-
how you become a
that
professional.
man was bad.
You have to make a plan.
That's a very interesting
in
story
order
too.
for your
That
plan
might
to
be
come
worth
out
a show.
good,
But still,
you gotta do
Yeah.
it good.
Very
Professionally.
well, maybe worth the show.
That's just crazy. How you grow up saying, you know what? I just want to kill people.
Right?
Right, like
Yeah, it's so
I
good.
grew up playing war games with friends, and like we killed the ops, but then we were still friends. Like, you know what I mean? Like we didn't.
And I
we
didn't go
play
and
fought.
fucking join the army.
We
or
played
something.
wrestled, and it was like, I'm gonna kill you. No, I wasn't gonna do that. If you got hurt, I was very sad.
I was very sad. Wow, he was a very genuine friend, not me. I was like, oh my god.
All right, well,
You're telling me
I actually
I'm
just didn't hurt people because I didn't.
I'm
want
still
anyone
laughing on
to
the
know.
inside of how he attempted. I'm laughing how he attempted priesthood. Like, wow.
Yeah, right? Just
Is
a
that
little
what-
irritation.
That
Is
Is that an occupation most sickos just try for? It's like, you know what? Let me try to be a mechanic. That don't work. Let me try to be a priest. That doesn't work. I'm gonna go kill and rape
Think
people.
about it. If you have, maybe that's a way of people that have evil thoughts are trying to suppress those thoughts by diving headfirst into
they would have
God
accepted
or
him. He
religion.
would have killed the entire church one by one.
Exactly.
Like, you know, come here. Let me look.
The-
make a
the
confession
church-
over here.
the
He
church
just,
is
the
confusing.
only thing he would have killed was the choir's booty holes.
Dead. You made a
Well, it sounds like he.
Well, Jason, it's a good thing you started speaking up at a young age.
It would be the nuns that you would need to be. worried
Fuck you.
about.
It was your priest recommendation.
Stop talking to people with crosses on their shirt.
Well,
I just said
everything-
for forgiveness. I wanted to become a priest.
I have one.
Everything came to head on that fateful year, 1966, on October 2nd. Nancy Leachner, age 20, and Pamela Nader, age 21, were having fun with their boyfriends in Alexander Springs
Nancy
Park
and Pam.
in the Ocala National Forest. Holy shit, we were there!
You were there. You wanted to go swim over there. See, things don't happen because of the Lion's Gate. It told you. not to
Lionsgate,
go.
nothing, because poor St. Lucie and the Devil's Tree is like 2 hours away from here. We were in Ocala National Forest. While
Yeah,
the
but how
boys
much
dove
of
and
Florida
played in
is
the lake.
documentably insane? Like just the Devil's Forest or Florida?
Florida itself. But it
Right,
sounds like
so,
what I'm about to read.
It started back in the 70s. It's been well over 3 decades. You know, it's gonna grow out. It's not
We
like
were gonna
Florida's
go
gotten any
swimming
better.
there today.
And this
Ocala
was
National
pre-Miami. This is pre-Cuba Miami con la Coco.
Forest. What the fuck did you just say?
I said this is before Miami and the Cubans with the Coke.
Oh,
Yeah.
So that was
Yeah,
additional
yeah.
bad juju that got
Why
on
not? They
top of
must
the
have
Devil's
said that.
Tree.
I thought it was just gibberish with the Spanish accent. I'm like, did he actually
No,
say
he
something?
said
I heard
Miami.
Coco.
It's
I'm
trying to
like,
sound like
He
Scarface, which
said
is
Miami,
Spanish gibberish.
too.
I would say it's just like maybe 13 years away.
I don't want to get loud like Pacino. Well, I'm in the office, so I can't really do Scarface.
You're restricted from your own volumes.
A little bit. There's people sitting outside, so.
Remember, what is this guy doing?
Like, why is he so amped up? What the devil's doing?
Why is he yelling?
Is he working? What the
Right?
hell is his job here?
Just if they walk in and ask what's happening, say Jasmine said it's the Lions Gate. Just say that.
It's just Lionsgate.
Like, what the fuck?
The film company?
No.
God.
While the boys dove and played in the lake, the girls went out for a stroll. Their bodies turned up, molested, and choked a couple of hours after the
They
boys
turned up, so they came back like that?
Who's this, Nancy and Pam?
Yeah.
You talking about?
Yeah.
Mm.
They were found after the boyfriends called the cops and a manhunt ensued.
Oh, so they were going to see their boyfriend?
So they were definitely.
No, they were there.
Didn't come?
So this is what they're saying here is that Gerard's, and this is fucking crazy, which goes to show you that fucking Florida is a big state, but it's very fucking small. All right, we live an hour away from the Ocala National Park. In turn, it's 2 hours till you get to the Devil's Tree, but somehow we ended up in Ocala National Forest today, and we were gonna swim, probably around the same lake where the boys were swimming when their girls went off for a stroll, and Gerard Schaefer molested and killed them in the Ocala National Forest.
That is.
That's why you should know self-defense, ladies. In the very least, watch Miss Congeniality.
Was like, yeah, I'm not going to this part.
Yeah, sing.
Bad
Don't
vibes.
worry about a freaking mace anymore. That shit doesn't. I can block my eye, bitch. I'm coming with it.
Right? It's like I eat mace for
It
cereal.
doesn't say how, but Gerard, these were his first victims, and he had gotten away with the deed, and no one even looked at him funny. He wasn't even a suspect.
So he got into his 20s before he really actually killed anybody. He didn't start like by being caught being sadistic like other serial killers do. Like, oh, he was
No,
eating
but it
cats
said
and shit.
it said that he turned to animal cruelty. It just didn't say what he was doing.
Could have been
Okay.
torturing the animal.
It was kicking squirrels and punching dogs.
Now Schaefer did what any
He could have been practicing rape for all we know.
crazy white man
Well,
does.
he was. He read that part.
Schaefer did what any crazy white man does with
Evil intentions.
aggression issues. Schaefer turned to law enforcement as a
That's
professional.
too accurate of a statement. You shouldn't have been able to say that.
But that was spot on. Keep it going.
Good.
He graduated as a patrolman at the end of 1971 at the age of 25.
Fucking. Excuse me. They heard.
They did.
And the spree continues. Schaefer was convicted of 2 murders. We'll get to those. But investigators would later uncover a slew of possible victims and missing persons. Reports that were most likely part of Gerard's handiwork. In prison, Gerard boasted of killing more than 30 girls and women. The man who became a sheriff's deputy of Martin County, Florida, would prowl the streets and byways of the state using his badge to attract his victims. He was a charming and oftentimes gregarious person, and his demeanor worked for his advantage.
First of all,
On July 21st, 1972, Schaefer plucked up from the streets 2 teenage girls named Nancy Trotter and Paula Sue Wells. Both were hitchhiking. They should have put the burger guy, him and the burger guy together. Was it in Florida, the burger guy? I don't remember now.
I don't think it was in Florida. It was a long time ago.
Oh, where the fuck was I? So he's killing another Nancy. Nancy Trotter and
Why
Paula
he writes
Sue
that
Wells.
name?
Paula Sue Wells were hitchhiking. Well, I don't think he knows what their names are. It's not like he says, "Hey, what are your names?" All right, I'm gonna kill you.
Maybe like registration. Ma'am.
No, I'm
thank
pretty
you.
sure he's just looking at
He's
them
like,
and
oh, your
grabbing
name
them.
is Nancy. You're the one, mother.
No, that's Mary J. Blige and Drake.
Oh, you're so
The next day, he seen them kidnapped. They were both kidnapped. Backtrack. They were both hitchhiking, and the next day he kidnapped them, took them to a remote woodland, and tied them to trees where he threatened to kill them or sell them into prostitution. He was about to get rid of them, about to get rid of the girls when his radio screeched and he was called away to a police emergency. He left both girls tied up and promised to return. Miraculously, they managed to wiggle out of their bonds. They called and saved their lives. Whoever's writing this is a little confusing right now, but they weren't just bound. They weren't bound to the tree. They were bound by a rope on their arms behind their back. They were standing on a log and they were noosed to the tree.
Damn.
So any wrong move and they slip off that log, it's fucking over.
See, he's doing it professionally.
But with their arms, I mean their neck and their shoulders, they managed to wiggle out the noose, and they got out, and they somehow got out their
a lot
bonds,
of neck and shoulder
and they
work to be
they
getting
went to
out
the
of
cops.
She did that Harlem
The
shake.
girls who were aged 17,
the
right?
Damn.
I don't know.
Where the
One
hell
of
am
them
I
is Diddy
just
and
at?
Mace reincarnated.
Can't stop, won't stop. Run home.
I thought I told you that we won't stop. I thought I told you that we won't stop.
Who wrote this?
What? Guys,
What is happening?
who told you that?
Who wrote this shit?
Am I being hacked?
Who told you guys I invented bee's knees? You're not supposed to know that.
I think I'm being hacked.
The girls on the back, like, yeah, you want to tell me to shut up, go to sleep? Watch this.
Yeah, who wrote this shit? Hmm?
No, the only one that could write that is right here. And I don't think she knows who the fuck the bee's knees are.
Little do you know.
He invented
No, that's
the
an old.
bee's knees. Who?
Somebody hacked me.
They hacked your shit.
Where did you log in and forget to log off?
Nowhere, motherfucker.
Are you coming at me with that tone, bro? You're the one who's getting
You know what
hacked
it
right
is?
now.
He's
We're talking about that tree
upset.
too much. It's that bad juju. It's reaching out.
Right?
Right?
You were boasting
Yeah,
how you were
you're
at
in the
Akala
States.
National Park.
No,
Wanna
it's
do
fucking
things
Jasmine
Jasmine's
over here talking about,
Lionsgate.
I'd never go.
Oh, now
So
it's
Jasmine's Lionsgate.
Now it's my Lionsgate now. Yeah,
She's-
because
she's
I'm the
gonna
one
pull
who
it.
fucking invented.
Don't piss her off, man. She gonna turn into a John Wick one day and just start taking everybody out with a fucking pencil.
We wouldn't know. 'Cause we
China,
don't
if
want
you're
that
still
shit.
listening, please change the password real quick and send it to me.
That was me. I typed that in.
Obviously. Obviously.
Okay, good. We didn't know that. I didn't know that.
Lionsgate by himself.
He kept a straight face too.
Oh my God.
I didn't even think that was going to happen. I thought you were going to call the bullshit right away.
Wait, hold on. So you did invent the bee's knees.
Got me.
No.
Fucking got me.
Actually, a big boy base. Next episode of Portland.
Like what time?
The girls.
That's, on a need to know basis mix. Excuse me, China.
Well,
I was
he's usually
on the
off
phone.
screen answering. He says some shit medical.
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Over and over again.
Good question. So how did they get out of this noose with their
I
shoulder?
actually had a
and neck?
lady
Is that
yesterday
everyone
say,
knows?
"Oh man, that's a mouthful. You have to say that every time you answer the phone." I'm like, "Yup, that I do, ma'am. Can I help you?"
Gee, shut up. Shut up. I used to call when they used to put Toys R Us like that. They could call Toys R Us. Shut up. It's me. Before I even said anything else. It's me. Shut up. Don't say nothing else.
If
Fucking long
anybody
ass
ever tries to
introduction.
catch me
You
off,
come to
I'm
the
gonna
rest of the
slow
speaking.
my
How can I help you?
cadence and finish my greeting. I don't care how urgent you think it is that you need to call me. This is not an urgent care number, and unless you're coming from that code phone, you get the cadence I decide to give you.
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna start doing that
Ma'am.
to
So glad
junkers.
I'm not over there.
I'm gonna start doing that to junkers. The
What?
girls who were age 17
Mm-mm.
and 18 escaped their ropes
Oh my god.
and ran to the nearest police station.
Sounds like a David Blaine trick.
Ironically, their kidnapper's own station. So
It's just I can't imagine that because they're on a piece of fucking log that if any sudden movement you dead. You know what I mean? But he's doing all of this stuff and nothing happens, nothing, and you get out. I don't know.
Some wriggly bitches.
He's like, put your foot right here. So I
Girl, I
can
told you
wiggle
learning how to
out.
break dance was gonna help us one day. Now just do the worm. It'll get you out.
Wiggly, 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 wiggly. Come on, girl. Just we
don't
practice.
just pop in and wiggly
Don't
wiggly
do
like
that
that.
shit like that.
You don't come in doing the truffle, motherfucker.
He put it too tight. Just drop it and pop it, and it'll bust the ropes. Watch.
Imagine the other one's like, oh shit, I don't want to die. She goes like this.
I told you not to go to Dr. Miami and get them titties. That ass was gonna save your life. Now you gonna die, bitch.
Who told you to wear those shoes? You don't want to die.
I don't
in
know.
those shoes.
Maybe they'll just act like a flotation device just in case.
All right.
I don't think silicone
That
floats
doesn't
like
work.
that.
That does not work.
Hold on. Here's what I've been thinking. So this bastard has two girls just tied up, ready to be killed, right? In the middle of getting ready to kill them, he's like, oh shit, I got a call. Stay here, bitch. I will be back. Like, how you leave them there just in the middle of that?
How are you on duty killing bitches?
Right.
Exactly.
Right. I have an emergency call.
Okay.
Somebody's
It's like, I'm gonna kill you. Stay there, bitch. I'll be right
Now,
back.
I don't know how true this site is so much because everything that I've been hearing was that he was off duty when this happened.
Always.
I didn't sound like
Until
that
you
right
read Miami Haunts.
And he realized that they weren't there. And he called the station to speak to his captain himself, just his captain.
Hey man, you seen these two bitches? They I'm just looking for these women. You happen to come across anybody?
One of them,
half-naked
his
in the
name is
streets?
Nancy.
I was
know.
helping them, but they got away and they were afraid.
Now look, when it
Happen to
says
see them?
Her name is Nancy. I know. Second one.
It says when Schaefer returned to the groves, he discovered that his would-be victims had vanished. He called his station and insisted that he had done something foolish. So he went to speak to his captain. He was like, I did something foolish.
Mm-mm.
He went on a long-winded explanation. This was his explanation.
Not Nancy, not Titi Nancy. Nancy in the story, Nancy.
Yeah, Nancy in the story. His explanation was that he found these two young girls hitchhiking. So he picked them up and wanted to teach them a lesson so they would never hitchhike again. But they got
Of
away.
course. Come on, guys. It's clear as butter.
See, telling the sheriff that he had simply pretended to kidnap the two girls in order to scare them silly. Schaefer's boss didn't buy it. Gerard was stripped of his badge and slapped with a battery of charges.
Okay.
Somehow, in spite of everything,
You did it to white
Schaefer
women.
managed to post his bail and was released from prison. 2 months later, on September 27th, 1972, Schaefer abducted, tortured, and butchered Susan Place, age 17, and Georgia Jessup, age 16. He buried their corpse right underneath the now famous Devil Tree in Oak Hammock Park in Port St. Lucie, Florida.
And did they take that? Did they take those? Did the bodies? Did they take the remains?
No, you're gonna
can't-
find out now.
It's a monument. You can't disturb the grounds, Jess.
No, you'll find out. They did. They took it, but watch. Look.
Like, how you know? How you know the hand's not there or something?
Are we at the
you go and
Devil's
it's like,
Tree? She broke her hand sticking out of the ground. Yeah, we're here.
That's weird. Well, go ahead.
And y'all got me wanting some snacks.
Yeah, maybe. No, not
Oh, yes.
Nancy. That wasn't Nancy that he put there, right?
No.
It was
No.
Susan and someone else.
It was
But he likes Nancy for some reason.
Susan Place and Georgia Jessup. So
Find out his mother.
months later, after Schaefer had beaten the rat for kidnapping Nancy and Paula, a couple of hikers came upon the decomposing and mutilated remains of Place and Jessup. The autopsies revealed that both girls had been tied to a tree at some point, and further investigation turned up documented eyewitness account that the girls were known hitchhikers. There were too many similarities. A warrant was issued for Schaefer's house.
Known hitchhikers at 16 and 17.
I mean, it's
How do you
it's
become a known
different
hitchhiker?
time, bro.
But how do you become a known hitchhiker? That means you're not going anywhere if they know you.
No, either that or you're going up the side of the road because
You can't.
people
Like,
just
aren't you at that
probably
point
know
just
you.
a fucking vagrant? Like, you don't live anywhere and you need to ride down the road if people know who you are. Like,
Yeah, imagine being known for that. It was like, hey, I'm gonna take a walk. What are you doing on the interstate going like that? Well, you know, it's 12.
You live
You know,
somewhere?
that's what I
Yeah,
do.
no, my parents
a
own
small
like 100
town.
acres.
It's just what?
The hand to pull you in. We're talking about how you know they took all the remains.
It's the hands that pull you in.
Maybe they left the hand.
So you're hitchhiking, and that's like a perfect grapple. Like, get in here, bitch.
Yeah, maybe. Like, I get away.
You still
Right.
got your thumb and finger. You don't-
Somebody in
you
a
don't point
fucking
directly
Tacoma
to the
or a
tree.
Tahoe just waiting to scoop you up like a fucking mailbox on the side.
Hell no, it's the white formerly known Bang Bus van.
Mm-mm.
Anywho,
PD, the PD.
I heard that you
It's-
can find the devil tree with a hitchhiker son.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
in
Wait, so-
Schaefer's
No, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
Please continue.
After you, sir.
I was literally about to say, like, where are we now? Like, I done read ahead, and I'm like, wait, what? Where are we?
He just
We are at
murdered
the
Place
point.
and the other girl.
Jessup.
The,
They found the
the
remains.
known hitchhikers.
The only two that he's going to be convicted of. In
wild.
Schaefer's boudoir, the policemen recovered violent stories he had written that were full of accounts of the torture, rape, and murder of the women, whom he routinely referred to as what? They like bleeped it out. That's fucked up.
That actually sounded like Midsommar if you change it to a dude.
It's W star 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 S. Oh, whores and sluts,
That's
There
an
we go.
older article.
Right.
whom he routinely referred to as whores and sluts. A diary of all his victims. Even more damningly, the experts found personal possessions such as jewelry, diaries, and in one case, teeth from at least 8 young women and girls who had gone missing in recent years. So a
Why do you
lot
have
of
these?
serial killers keep mementos.
I don't know.
I found them walking down the trail.
That's
I like to take walks into nowhere.
no,
Don't you climb trees?
no. Got bills and shit.
Don't you climb trees? Don't you like
Schaefer-
giraffes and monkeys?
Right? Schaefer was charged with the deaths of Place and Jessup in October 1973. He was pronounced guilty and given 2 life sentences. Officials soon declared that he was linked to around 30 missing women and girls. On December 3rd, 1995, damn, he lasted a long time, Schaefer was found knifed to death in his cell. Fellow inmate Vincent Rivera was sentenced in 1999 of stabbing Schaefer and had 53 years and 10 months added to his life plus 20 years sentence. He was already serving for a double murder. First of all, how do you do that, bro? You have 2 life sentences, right?
Feel like
then you kill somebody and they say, on top of your 2 life sentences, here's another 25 years, motherfucker. Who cares? I'm gonna die in here.
Yeah. Or you know what's funny? He probably found out like through the grapevine.
Well,
Hey, you raped and killed my granddaughter.
I used to think that they kept their bodies in the prison.
Wait.
Until their fucking thing was really over, and then like, all right, thank you.
So you can't release a dead body or the physical remains of an inmate until that sentence of that physical person is over.
Yeah, that's what I used to think.
That's crazy. Like that. So imagine 2.5 life sentences later, you pull it out, tell him to release this motherfucker to the ground.
Who are you giving him to?
There's nothing there.
Wait,
exactly. And who are you handing them off to? Like the county? The county's not going to take a 100-year-old dead body and be like, well, you want us to cremate it? He's already halfway there.
You know, in theory, that wouldn't work anyway because life sentences, they kind of insinuate that you have to die in order for you to be done with that sentence. So if you got 2 life sentences, you can only die once. So even if they hold the body, they're never giving it away.
Have you seen The Green Mile?
So there's actually documented cases that a guy actually fought for himself to be let go because he had died in prison and he came back to life and he had a life sentence, and I believe he won that case. However, here's a theory for you. So say you get multiple life sentences, right? You die. What happens? The phenomena that we're starting to see a little bit more now. Pregnancies in female prisons, and you get born in jail.
You get reborn in jail. Ain't that crazy?
There you go. It's already setting up. It's like, I ain't gonna come back in jail. And you come back as a baby and you grow up on the block, the cell block.
Then you won't see it as jail. This is life now, motherfucker.
Working for cigarettes and ramen.
You know what?
What if
you have 2 life sentences, right?
Lifting weights at 2 years old.
What if you got 2 life sentences, right? And you get stabbed after your first 5 years, and you die, but they bring you back to life, and it happens like that another time. Is that your 2 life sentences right there?
I'm pretty sure that would count.
Probably.
That guy winning that case right there just proves it. Anybody could be like, I died, came back. This guy won. I'm gonna win too. Fucking me, no.
It's like word. Let me take my multivitamins. Let me ingest my zinc. I'm gonna live from this motherfucker. That's how you get out of jail.
Slow my heartbeat down so you think I am dead, and then no.
Yeah, right.
You know how serial killers always have
Sleeping Beauty.
Kung Fu Panda.
That one creepy line. I'm quoting Gerard, John Schaefer here. So, of course, I'm going to change my voice.
Oh.
Well, you know what?
I am probably at least one of the top serial killers of this century. I am certainly one of the most interesting and maybe the most articulate and introspective. I am no doubt the most skillful killer. I killed women in all ways, from shooting, strangling, stabbing, and beheading to odd ways such as drowning, smothering, and crucifixion.
I am never going to look at Mickey Mouse the same after you reading that.
And crooning?
Where he did that at?
Just because I don't want to be hit with a false advertisement thing comment from the Junkers, let's get into the tale of the Devil Tree. How many women were tied and killed on the Devil Tree is still up for debate. Nonetheless, many believe that the Devil Tree is premented with the darkness that Gerard John Schaefer freed into the world. It is a skin-crawling locale full of nasty things and supernatural events. Satanists heard about the killings and chose the Devil's Tree as a new sacrificial site and meeting place.
Obviously.
More than 4 women
Sounds
and
like Holy
counting,
Land.
right? Just like
Rock.
Holy Land. More than 4 women and counting have been found in a nearby area. Many show signs of having been tied or chained to a tree and violently abused. There are countless reports of hitchhikers hearing odd sounds and singing through the pines and oaks.
Nope.
Hooded figures are known to prowl the area. Sightings of these strange hooded figures have only swelled during the years. They're called hoodies.
Just like them clowns.
Yo, where people always, every person I met, they always have a story about clowns somewhere in their area. There were clowns in our area called the clown rapists, and they used to be in the fucking park that I grew up in. We used to have us scared for our booty holes.
Yeah, I
I
bet.
don't know about that.
If you're willing to go,
Actually, yours.
if you're willing to rep a group that has rapist in the name, stay away from them. You know, like that's not.
Right?
You don't want to risk that.
Right.
Yo, there was one time that what was it? The Insane Clown Posse? What was that? It?
They're still around now.
Okay,
I see.
but yeah, I had a coworker who was insanely afraid of clowns. Like we threw a picture up, like in a messenger. We're like, open this up. It's a big picture of the It Clown. She freaked out at the job, so we never did that again.
Yeah, but juggalos to me don't really look like fucking clowns.
You okay? Like you trying to push your fart out?
No, I was trying to do the lip, but like I can split my eyes like he does.
I have to show you.
You can't see the lip if that mustache is there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I gotta work on that.
You gotta work on your eyes. It's all in the eyes.
Yes, it's all in the eyes because this is how you just looked right now.
Well, it was all in your booty hole. but
I don't know what
nobody's
it
bringing
looks
that up.
like. That's the problem. It looks
I'm
like
gonna
they're
show you.
going apart.
You're gonna show what?
It's so good.
What he just looked like. Oh, not that. Sorry, that was the wrong.
You're still on that
What
same tree,
was that?
Yo, he thought
Jasmine. You better watch it, man. Yo, he's gonna start getting infatuated and obsessed with that damn tree. If he likes role playing, you better call the cops.
role playing. You better get the fuck
I don't
out
do
of
those
here. I ain't
things.
calling no cops.
You don't do those things. What do you think you're doing right now?
Talking about what
Playing
it,
your role.
that's what you look like.
That's what you just looked like right now.
No, but that,
Wow,
no,
isn't
his
that-
eyes
isn't
are
that-
looking straight forward. My eyes
that
were
Gallows
clearly more doofy than
now?
the mouth.
Yeah,
I'm pretty
yeah, it
sure
is.
that's accurate. But the eyes,
mouth?
that's not right. But the mouth, that's what my mouth felt like. So I believe that.
She
The
will
trail-
be Nancy tonight.
The trails have become ominous, and in many cases, vegetation has even ceased to grow in certain patches. Authorities have made various arrests in the area, particularly of the Ku Klux Klan members and other white supremacist groups. Nope. No, thank you. They're going to lynch my
Sounds
Puerto
like it's a
Rican
good
ass.
hunting ground.
They gonna lynch your ass first, then do the rest.
The area is filled with ghost sightings.
Django, man.
Many believe that the spirit of the victims of Gerard haunt the forest. Folks have taken a piece of the tree, say a branch or bark, oftentimes come to some sort of misfortune immediately afterwards. It's been described that the screams of young women can sometimes be heard emitting from the nearby bathrooms. Oh, you don't want to know. That's called constipation.
Right, and it's due to the tree, not because of bad eating habits.
Or maybe they heard just a bad Mickey voice in the background.
Well, fuck you. My Mickey voice is good.
Oh, gosh, you suck ass, Mickey. Oh.
It sounds better than that bum on TikTok.
You both sound like the knockoff Disney characters back in my own place.
No, those
Hey,
aren't.
you sound like a Russian Donald Duck.
No, they're Takis, China, not blue Cheetos.
Blue
They
Cheetos.
could never. Whenever
challenge
Cheetos
them.
goes outside of a squiggly, it always tastes weird.
What squiggly are you tasting?
The squig. What do you mean? The
I
squiggly.
just set you up to.
Squigglies.
Yeah, it's okay. You put squigglies in your mouth. We get it.
What?
Damn right. And you know what? For the record, I'll eat a glizzy because I don't understand where that fucking comes
Whoa!
from.
Glizzy
Hot
got
dogs are
over
great.
here.
What is
I'll eat a hot dog. I won a hot dog eating contest when I was in summer camp. Okay,
Damn.
that shit had honey on it. It was part of a relay race. We
I
won.
bet it did.
We're going back
Wow.
to the
That will
topic.
explain that top lip being so
You
aggressive
did. You won a hot dog eating contest.
before there were hot
Yeah.
dog eating contests.
So that's where
Before there were hot dog eating contests. What are you talking about?
It's like, guys,
That-
check
I
out my
didn't
throw hole.
suggest it. I was at camp legs. I wasn't running the camp.
Look what I can
I
do,
can
guys.
hold all these
So
shits
you-
in my throat.
You
and-
got your
Ah!
skills for the zombie
What?
apocalypse from being an amateur Kobayashi.
No, I said once. One time I had a competition in summer camp and we won. I won the hot dog eating contest. I was a fat kid.
Were you
Give me
eating
free
glizzies on
food.
one end or both?
Do you know how much hot dogs were at camp? $2. Do you know how much I paid for that hot dog? Asking if I could be the guy to eat the hot dog. That's
Yo, he showed up like, yeah, yeah.
like we had our camp, we had the stations, and everybody
one
was
time
supposed
in
to be
band
involved. I was not running. I was not doing athletic things, and we didn't
Damn.
need to lift anything. So it's like, well, what can Talon do? Tell you what,
He can eat hot
I can eat that
dogs.
fucking hot dog,
Mhm.
No buns.
Roll the tongue,
and then I
finger.
did. No, there was a bun.
No
And then
bun.
they tried to make it difficult, and they're like, "Oh, we got to put honey on there, so it's nasty." I'm just like, first of all, you already established this is a competition. here.
Honestly,
so if it
that kind of
tastes like
sounds
shit,
good.
I had somebody give me one of those caramel onions, saying it was a caramel apple to me and somebody else. After that moment, I was like, all right, when it's a competition and you agree to do your part, you do your fucking part.
That
So
actually
I
doesn't
took a
sound
bite.
bad,
It was sweet, and then I ate the rest of it, and it was just
bro.
it was
I
very
put
weird.
honey
I'll
in
tell
my
you that.
ketchup.
Honey and
So
hot
if you
dogs
put
does
the
not go
ketchup
together.
on the honey, it sounds pretty good.
It's not like a
My
like
man
a
Tom
holiday
over here was like,
sauce.
forget honey,
Just
no
like
gag
spiciness
reflex.
and peppers. That could work. With like a spicy sausage, Italian sausage, that'd be
You
good.
got toilet
No
you-
gag reflex could work
Spicy
with
peppers?
spicy sausage? Because that's what I just heard right now. Is that
Wow.
what just happened?
What did you hear?
No gag reflex can work with the spicy sausage.
No, nobody said that. I
Vince
said the honey
literally
could
just
probably
said-
work. I said
No,
honey
no.
could probably work with a spicy Italian sausage if
Listen,
you have the
this is how it-
spiciness in the honey.
I'm gonna play it back for you later.
I did
but
not
it
say
literally
gag.
no, you didn't say that.
No, Miguel.
Miguel
Oh.
said he was
You said
some
no
shit about his
gag
no
reflex,
gag
and
reflex.
then you said
That could
honey
work
on-
with an Italian spicy Italian sausage.
No, I didn't say that. I
No,
said
you said
Tal-
the Italian
Oh,
sausage
yeah.
After you
Oh, yeah,
said
so
that,
after I
it
said no
went
gout-
down.
yeah.
I'm trying to tell you.
It fit perfectly. He was like,
That's
no
the
gag.
Lions Gate.
It's the Lionsgate.
There goes your Lionsgate.
well, before the
Roar.
Lions kicks off,
Roar.
I think it's safe to say, and probably everybody here will agree, that when you do some bad shit in a place, negative energy does get trapped there, and it does kind of make things spooky. So I don't doubt that all of that stuff is happening around the Devil Street. Plus, you got ignorant people that just love violent lure, and they love to do sadistic shit in or around the area in question.
KKK.
Yeah.
So the only thing is that's weird for me, honestly.
KKK
I don't
is
mind the
talented.
ghosts. I don't mind the demons talking. I mind the KKK. That's what I mind.
Get a rock shot shotgun. Go Winchester on that ass.
So before the KKK comes for us and opens the Lions Gate, we're gonna bid you guys tonight adieu. Thank you for joining us.
If you
A
will.
big doo-doo. Thank you guys for joining us tonight. We still don't know what we're doing next week, but we promise that. Well, I promise I'll put the
It might be
advertisement
Manly
up.
P. Hall.
a
It
little
might be
earlier.
the Iceman. It might be
It
Dudley
might be me
Town. We
talking
might
shit
talk
about
about
all of
gooey
y'all.
ducks. We might talk about unicorns. We might talk about donuts, pizza styles. We might talk about how General Tso's chicken is not actually Chinese and it was created by an American. We might talk about Hawaiian pizza and how that shit didn't
I
even
thought he
come
was
from
gonna
Hawaii.
say that
We might talk about why glizzy is a terrible word for
there was
hot
a
dog.
cat.
We
might
might
talk
talk
about
about
flip flams
Transformers
and
and
razzle
how that shit
dazzles.
was dope as fuck back in the day, but it's gay as fuck now. And we might talk about
We might talk
cereals
about how the
and why
Suicide
cereal
Squad
is
was
so
really
expensive
good.
and shitty nowadays, but
Very
it's
good
delicious
movie.
as a child. Many things, people. Many
Yeah,
things.
we could talk about flip flams, razzle dazzles, who dops, bit
Or-
bops, or how
or plumbuses.
Suicide Squad was very good.
Columbus.
Yeah,
Nicole?
plummus.
I did hear that was good. I gotta catch
The
that.
proper way to clean a plummus, we might talk about also.
Yeah, it's difficult. It involves your thumb.
It involves your thumb and
We got
all your other
fans.
orifices and extremities. So stay tuned
Yeah,
for that one.
including these ones. So you
No.
might want to tune in for that.
Yeah,
No.
maybe even these ones.
Disgusting.
So
It-
good night,
that
everybody.
was disgusting.
Get your cardio in for next week's plummus episode. You're gonna want your buttholes.
Run
to be tight
on
for this
back.
one.
Get it, Tom.
Run
what?
like Jason to the Devil Tree and get on back next week.
Fucking
Figure out your Harlem Shake to get out of a noose.
Oh, right? Get this
For this
money.
Like,
episode,
you ain't killing me.
we're gonna
You ain't
we're
killing
all
me.
gonna run off
This
screen.
money.
Let's all run off
Now
screen.
let's get it.
Let's run.
I was already on fish just to get it. Right? You don't know.
Good night, everybody.
Sorry,
What the fuck?